darkness fell on the room, and then the black man said, "Let there be light. Let there be light." Maybe we should try it again. This time, keep it lit. But this is just my thoughts on the matter, you know. Is honesty the best policy? I guess this is my attempt to shed some light on the subject matter. Let's see if we can. Maybe we can. So I light this candle in honor of honesty. Here we go. So it's the homie back again. Like I said, hopefully don't burn anything down. Yeah, I'm sitting here with shades in the dark, trying to hide. I'm lurking. I'm wondering, is honesty the best policy? Is it the way to go about things in life? You know what I mean? You know, what do you think? It ain't all about Mel, even though I'm looking so gangster and mysterious, just shedding some light on it. Sometimes, Carol Turner, you say? Sometimes. Yeah, well, maybe it's subjective. You know, like I said, you got times out there when you tell a little white lie, and maybe you tell another little white lie. And where does it lead you? Does it lead you to a path of destruction? Does it lead you to a come up? Does it lead you to a result that you would never have gotten without corruption? Maybe. Possibilities all bound, you know. But like I said, do you think it's the best policy? And Carol Turner says, relatively speaking. You know, so elaborate on that, Carol Turner. Why do you think sometimes honesty is the best policy? There's some people out here who don't. There's some people that thinks, you know, you lie, you cheat, you steal, you get it by hook, you get it by crook. You know, you get it the ski mask way, you know, like I said, you know, I get mine's the fast way, the ski mask way. Yeah, there's people that like that. But like I said, I would like to know what some folks out there think, you know. Like I said, Mel's here looking mysterious in the dark, you know. It's like somebody said, you know, if you're out there trying to carjack, you don't want people to be, you know, shining a light on you and whatnot. I'm doing okay, CC. I'm just asking a question tonight. Do you think honesty is the best policy in life? You know, what do you think? How do you feel about it? I mean, because Mel could give his views and his opinions. I could talk about it in a third person or first person, you know, what I think about it. And Carol Turner says sometimes it's relative, you know, as far as honesty is concerned. You know, is it always necessary to be honest in today's society? Is it okay to tell a couple of little white lies? They're just a couple. They're not going to hurt. Carol Turner says it might be too painful. It might be. Yes, I do have no time for lies, too much work to lie. Cece says, yeah, it is work to lie, but some people are addicted to it, you know. What do you do when you're addicted to a lie? What do you do when you can't stop lying? What do you do when the lies are all you have? Sometimes all people have are the lies that they hide behind, the persona, the image. You know, I think it was a girl on Instagram saying how she went broke because she was trying to live this life. My thinking is that the only thing you can take to your grave is your integrity. So yes, it is the best policy. But why is it the best policy besides that? Why is honesty the best policy? You know, is it the best policy because people say it is? Is it the best policy because people have taught us that it's the best policy? Is honesty and the truth the same? That's a great question. Is honesty and truth the same? Some people would suggest it is. You know, some people would say that telling the truth is different from honesty. You know, I'm Tommy, size Dan and Carol Turner. I said to you both. Okay, that's what's up. Technic Beaks, what's going on? Some people suggest that honesty is simply, you know, you giving, I guess, your truest self, the truth, the unadulterated truth, you know, with no straight, with, you know, I guess, you know, with the intent of, you know, trying to, you know, bring the best outcome, I guess. I don't know. Is honesty and truth the same? Honesty and truth telling, the two are two different things. Because some people can tell the truth to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Is sometimes you give the truth as a reality, as a raw fact. The truth doesn't always have to be honest. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. A lot of time, honesty. A lot of time, honesty is an opinion, not always truth. True, true. That is true. Honesty can be an opinion, you know, but can truth be an opinion as well? I mean, I guess it depends on who's, creating the facts and whatnot. I don't have a dictionary in front of me, but relatively, everything is all relatively, Carol Turner. Are the two related, honesty and truth? I believe so. I believe they're related. I think truth may be more powerful than honesty. You know, some people would say honesty is an opinion. Maybe honesty is a perspective. Like I said, but I guess the question I ask is honesty the best policy? Is it always the best thing to be honest, upright, forthwith? No, Tosh Tom says. I would like to hear what your opinion on that is, Tosh Tom. No, true is true. Believe what you see and not what you hear. None of what you hear. Well, I say it to you like this. There's a lot of things that can happen from telling white lies and big lies and misleading and deceiving people. People have died over that. People have lost marriages, money, sanity. They've lost their reputation or stuff like that. So, it is what it is. The reason I say no is because not everyone is ready to hear the truth. Well, in this conversation, as we've said, is honesty and truth the same? I don't believe they're exactly the same. I believe being honest, is about being truthful and telling the truth. Truth is, straight up, no chaser. Maybe the two are related. I guess it's how is you're truthful. What's going on, Paint Kisses? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for being here tonight. And maybe you could tell me whether or not you think honesty is the best policy. Some people believe it is. Some people believe it's not. As Tosh Thomas said, no, it's not the best policy because, not everybody is ready for the truth. And it reminds me, I think, of the movie A Few Good Men, with the scene with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise. He said, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. I agree with you on that, Tosh Tom. Sometimes I have a problem with this. Well, we all have a problem with honesty. Paint Kisses, I think we do. Mark Ray's in the Most Show. Hello, everyone, and it's doing tonight. Stop by to show some support. Thank you for showing some support, Mark Rays. We appreciate you for coming through. What's wrong with people being true back in the day? Cece, what are you saying? Let me see what's wrong with people being true back in the day. If you got your butt kicked, you just got it. It's just the X. Yeah. Well, that's what happens. I don't know. Nowadays, maybe people feel more, in tune with the lies. Maybe let people want to be lied to. Maybe people not as in tune with the truth. Maybe it's more sexy to lie. Maybe it's just more convenient, to just, tell people what they want to hear. Sometimes it's just what it is. Some folks, just want to believe, what they want to believe, even if the truth is staring them right in front of their face. Yeah, maybe they can't own up to who they are, CC. Maybe they can't. But I definitely agree with Tosh Tom on one thing. There's a lot of people out there who are not ready for the truth. How would you feel now if it was like back then? Well, how would I feel if it was like now back then? Things have to change. I think it can't be the way it was. We have to move on with the technology and the things that we have. It is very hard to, keep things the same. Honesty, the truth is free, but costs much more than you are willing to sacrifice, etc. Pride. I definitely agree with that. Ready or not, the truth is facts. Yeah, you can create your own opinion, but you can't create your own facts. So some people saying maybe the truth relate to the facts and relate to honesty and things of that nature. Like I said, there's a lot that can happen, from not being honest, but the truth hurts as well. Honesty, some people say is the best policy, but why? The truth just hurts. Yeah, the truth can just hurt, but why does it hurt? Sometimes it can hurt because it comes with no chaser, and I think personally, I guess to give my opinion on it, how I feel about it is I think honesty is the best policy. Sometimes I want somebody to lie to me, baby. Yeah, a lot of us want people to lie to us, Carol. Like fake can't stand real. Yeah, CC, that happens. My thing is, I do think honesty is the best policy, but I think you can't always be forthright with a person. You can't always be straight up and direct with a person. Sometimes you just have to tell them what they need to know. You can't tell them everything. You tell them just enough to let them know what they need to know, but at the same time, you don't lie to them, which is challenging. It's hard because once you tell one lie, you have to tell another lie. And then once you tell another lie, you have to tell another lie on top of that. And then you keep going and you keep going and you keep going. It hurts because our pride, our trust, our beliefs. Yeah, Beats, I agree. Sometimes, people just don't know how to take it without the chaser. Sometimes you want to sugarcoat it. I'm so straightforward so people can know what they are getting into, period. Well, CC, sometimes you can't be straightforward because like Tosh was saying, everybody can't take the straightforwardness. Everybody can't take it with no chaser. You have to water it down sometimes. You have to be indirect. You have to hit them with a subliminal. Thank you, Tiger. I appreciate that. I try to provide some good streams. Listen, you said it's not your problem, CC. Well, sometimes the truth can really hurt somebody in ways you wouldn't imagine. Greetings, Lonely Prepper. Thank you for coming through. I would like to know what the people that just entered the stream think about honesty. Is it the best policy? Should you always tell the truth? Should you always be honest? That's what we're talking about right here tonight. And we have some opposing views. We have some views that are in line. We have some people that said relatively, things are the same. Like when cheating, it hurts both parties, but it is a relief to expose the lie. Yes, it can be a relief, or it can be a treacherous thing. But no one can say they haven't lied about something extreme in their life. Well, maybe some people can. Yes, you should be truthful, and loyalty is where I stand. That's what you were saying, Tiger. Truth and loyalty is what I stand by. Them are my rules. CC says, okay. I don't want to mix the two up. Well, truth and loyalty, if you can stand by it, is cool, but nobody's perfect. And I agree with somebody said in the chat that sometimes we've lied about things that are extreme. We've lied about things that are small, that are white lies. I mean, I know all of us have at least told white lies, like some of the easiest lies that we've told. Hey, Brooklyn babe, thank you for coming through. Some of the easiest lies that we have told is that sometimes we're okay when we're really not. Hey, what's going on, Yaz Poets? Oh man, this is yeah. That's what's up, Yaz Poet. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, all of us at some point have told white lies, even if the white lie has been, just to cover up another lie. If you lie, then you have another lie to cover that up. Exactly, I agree. And that's just the thing about a lie. People act like they are perfect. I never lied before. Please don't have me lied about before. You just don't remember. Yeah. Happy belated birthday to you, Yaz Poet. Definitely, brother. Happy birthday to you. Sorry I missed that mistake, but learn from it. Yeah, CC, that's the way it is. But I guess some people say honesty is not the best policy because not everybody is ready for the truth. But the reality is, how do you put yourself in a situation where you're not becoming so, I guess, so tainted by your own lies, that you can't tell the truth, what I'm saying? So do you just lie to a person, and just keep lying and keep lying? Yeah, brother, no problem, Yas Poet. Lies shrink and grow. The truth is constant. I agree. I like that. The truth is constant. But so are the lies as well. Lies can be as constant too until they get exposed. But see, what I was told by thanks, I appreciate that, Tech Beaks. What I was told by the old timer is that people don't realize in order for a lie to exist, it has to have a seed of the truth in it. So it has to be a possibility where it could be true. If somebody is cheating, but they're not really cheating, or they're cheating, and the reason for why they're cheating has to have some basis in the truth. Maybe they're being ignored, or maybe the love is gone, or but they want to still keep that lifestyle going, or maybe there's kids or some other things is going on. Maybe you don't want to hurt somebody in a work relationship, or maybe you're in a relationship where somebody's jokes are not funny and you're laughing at your jokes and acting like this person is the funniest person in the world when all you're really trying to do is just keep them happy. For me, the trick is keeping a small inner circle. The people in my circle give me the truth. I trust them. Yes, Tosh, but this goes beyond your circle. I appreciate you for giving up your insights about your circle. But is it the best policy when you step outside of your circle? That's the interesting part. All right, y'all have a blessed night. Yeah, much love and respect to you as well, Cece. I cheated before, but owned up to it. Pink kisses, that's a big one right there. A lie is a sin. The truth is not. Is the truth not a sin? I don't know. If you're telling the truth, if you're telling the truth about a lie, but we do step outside of the circle. Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to step outside of the circle. So this is the question. I mean, because inside of our circle, of course, we want to be truthful. We want to be honest with people. You know, we want to tell them everything that they need to know, or, you know, they should know. But what happens when you dealing with people who are not inside your circle? What happens when you're dealing with people, you know, on an everyday, you know, in work situations, people that you really don't care for? You know, is the honesty still the best policy? Or is it only the best policy for those people that you care about? What if you pled the fifth? You can plead the fifth for a little while, you know, and that's when we tread carefully. Exactly, you have to tread carefully. Love out to you, man. Also, just came with favorite live stream. I don't know, Tiger, if I became your favorite live stream, but I appreciate you for coming through. You know, my live streams are they're dope. And here we go. TCK, honesty is the best policy. Okay, TCK, Mariera, why? Why is honesty the best policy? Please explain. You know, the truth shall set you free. Set you free from what? I know the answer to it, but maybe everybody else don't know. You know, the truth can set you free. I can plead the fifth for a little while. Yeah, Beats, you can plead the fifth for a little while, but you can't plead it so much. And it's like an old timer was telling me. You could do that, but you know, like I said, at some point it's gonna confront you. You know, so at some point, you know, the lies, the deception will come to bear. You have to answer for it. And I think one time I was watching How to Get Away with Murder, and the character Annalise Keaton was talking about, you know, basically when it comes to honesty, you have to be careful because too much honesty, you know, it shoots yourself in the foot. You know, but not enough honesty, people won't believe you. You know, so you walk a fine line, you know, between telling the truth, self-incriminating. Exactly. Honesty is not the best policy when it's self-incriminated. I give it to you, Carol Turner, on that one. At some point, you will have to confess and accept responsibilities. Well, I don't know, Beats, if you have to confess. Some people go to their grave with their lies. They take their lies to the grave. Freedom from condemnation. That's what TCK says. From the poison of your conscience. Well, what happens when you don't have a conscience? I know some people out there who don't have a conscience. Yes, self-preservation is a must at times. You know, you have to be careful out there. I believe if you want to go to the Jesus route, you know, he told the truth, but he didn't have to always tell people all of what was going on. You tell people what they need to know. But that don't mean you have not confessed. Well, I don't know about that, Beats. Who's to say? Who's to say I've ever confessed? You know, I plead the fifth. I agree, you never give out more information than what you need to cause people to not use it against you. Yes, self-preservation, self-incrimination is a real thing. I think honesty is the best policy, but at the same time, I believe that you should only give people what they need to know. Tell people what they need to know, even sometimes that's too much. Nah, Tosh, it's never too much to tell somebody what they need to know. People use the spin, you know. Real talk. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I appreciate that, Beats. It's never too much to tell people all that they need to know. Remember, that's why they say it's a need to know situation. The problem becomes when you tell people stuff they don't need to know. When you start giving people tidbits of information because you trust them and you put them in your circle, you know, without qualifying them, without them earning your love and your trust. That's when things get spooky. Just like a black man in the dark with shades and a candle. Things can get a little spooky. Woo! All the best to you, Size Dad. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate your input, you know. And Brooklyn Babe, thank you for coming through. It doesn't mean you run around telling people your personal truth. It means that the truth is old. You must pay it. Oh, yes, it is. I told a racist on here what he needed to know, and it just gave him more ammo to spit more BS. Well, Tosh Time, did he really need to know that? Sometimes the things that we think people may need to know are the things that we may want to say. You may have told him something that was true, but something that you wanted to say. You know, what's up, Guts and Glory? Appreciate you for coming through. There was certain things. There's certain things. Well, yes, he needed to know. Oh, you said that in caps. He needed to know. Well, I'm not saying he didn't need to know, but the question is, how did you tell him? You know, it depends on how you said it. You may have said it in a way that may not have been needed to be known like that, but you may have been delivered the truth, and the delivery makes it, all the more important as well. It's always also in context. Us telling the truth or even telling a lie, it breaks down to the context. What's going on, 420 Iron House? Hey, what's going on? Love is true. Hate is a lie. Yeah, it can be. Well, hate can be truthful too. And sometimes hate can be love or be untrue as well. It depends. What's going on in the person's heart. It wasn't my delivery. He didn't want to hear it. Well, then guess what? Then you did what you were supposed to do, Tosh Time. Like I said, people could take things and spin it any way that they want, but the truth is the truth. As many times as people may want to try to spin things, there's not really too many places you can go, with the truth other than the truth being what it is on its own merits. People will take a lie. People will take a truth and turn it into a lie. But like I said to you earlier, Tosh Tom, and everybody else in here, a lie, in order for a lie to exist, it needs a seed of the truth. So what they're doing is just taking a seed of the truth and then putting it into a lie. Yeah, facts, our facts. That's funny. But like I said, you if you have the truth and you stand with the truth and you side with that, no matter what, then you're good. But the thing is not to self-incriminate. The thing is to have some self-preservation. The thing is not to get emotional and start spilling the beans on everything that you feel. Sometimes giving people our feelings is too much. Thank you, TCK. Sometimes you have to pull back and just control yourself and whatnot. Same with me. I got to control my emotions, my feelings, some of my thoughts, because there's certain things that may be true that people really don't need to know. If somebody did something or said something that needs to be addressed, then we address it. But after that, we kind of just move on, because it's not gonna go anywhere. Just getting emotional about it. Just Us Handbricks, thank you for coming through to the chat. I wonder, does Iron Firehouse, how do you feel about that? And Just Us Handbricks, do you feel that honesty is the best policy? Is the glass half full or half empty? Sometimes it's perspective. Well, when it comes to truth, I don't know if it's perspective. Do you change it to a matter of perspective when it comes to the truth? Truth is truth. You know what I'm saying? What perspective is there to have when it's either you're gonna tell the truth or not? Either you're truthful about your dealings or you're not. Love is in us at birth. Hate is learned. That's an interesting thing. Some people would suggest it's the other way around. Some people would suggest that hate is in us at birth, and love is a learned behavior. You got to teach people how to love in this world. Hate is taught. Well, some people would disagree with that. Some people would disagree with hate being taught. But hey, like I said, maybe the different degree and levels of it, the prejudice, the racism, the bigotry, the homophobia, the xenophobia, whatever that may be, the classism, maybe that's taught. Who knows? Like I said, I don't pretend to or profess to know all of human nature. Maybe all you folks are right. Maybe we're all wrong. But this is just a conversation, just my thoughts. Just a man sitting here in the dark with a candle, just speaking his mind, listening to the people, seeing what you have to say. You value honesty. Okay, you value honesty, Just Us, but I'm not going to let you out that easy. I'm not going to let you off that easy, not you. Baby girl Neil, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. Candles are healing. Yeah, I'm healing something. I'm a savage. Uh-oh. Well, Just Us, you said you honor honesty. It's best to be real than fake. There you go. I wanted that answer. It's best to be real. Nice topic. Thank you, Pink Kisses. Some people choose hate. Exactly. Some people do choose hate. But it's all good. What's up, baby girl? Now, do you feel that honesty is the best policy? How do you feel about that? In Brooklyn, babe, you didn't let me know how you feel about honesty. Do you feel it's the best policy in the world? Not in the world, but do you think it's the best policy? Is it a good practice to be honest with people in all your dealings? Or is it okay to tell a little white lie? When is it okay to tell a white lie? Or a big lie? When do you feel like you need to? Where does it stop? You know what I mean? I prefer honesty even if it pisses me off. That's interesting. You're the first person to say that. You bleed red, Beats. Okay, you bleed red. I don't know if that means you're blood or you're in a gang. Give it to you straight. Interesting, Just Us. Interesting. Give it to you straight. Can you? So you're saying you can handle the truth? Please hit that like button. Thank you, CCK. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So we have a person here that's saying give it to them straight, and they can handle the truth. That's big. That's big. This stream is getting deep. Well, most of my streams are deep, but appreciate it, Guts and Glory. I got a candle here in the dark. You can't even see what's around me. You just see my face in the shades. So it's getting deep. Look into my eyes. Amen. Just love it. Thank you, though. People lie for their own benefit. Oh, of course. I have a live stream coming up for that one, too. But that's a whole other subject. We're not even going to do it. We're not even going to touch on that all the way. Yes, I agree, because it just makes it worse when at some point it catches up with you, Yes, Brooklyn Babe. The lies do catch up with you. But is there anybody out there that agrees with me? Sometimes it can be so fun to see how long you can get away with lying. When it comes to religion, is there really truth or lies there? Maybe there's both as it pertains to religion. There's truth and lies, depending on how you abuse it or how you use it. Like I said, they say one Bible is one of the most violent, drama-filled books on the planet. I find that when someone lies to me, I don't feel the same about them. I agree, but we've all lied at some point, even if it's just a small lie, saying so. Even if we feel some type of way about somebody lying to us, then, we've lied to them. You can't handle the truth. Don't ask the question. Exactly. With religion, I feel like everyone has their own truth. Sometimes that's the case. Just us. No, not fun. The consequences hurt so bad I can't take it. Lying gets you nowhere. Trust me. I know from experience. I know from experience as well. People lie for different reasons. They lie for different reasons, and sometimes people think that they get away with it, and they're getting away with it, and they're taking it somewhere, but it can lead you down a slippery slope to be lying and whatnot, But it's happened. I think we've all been tempted. I think we've all been in situations where we didn't want to get caught out there, or maybe we thought it was okay. Maybe we thought it wouldn't hurt. Maybe you wanted to spare a person's feelings, so you told that white lie. You gave them what they wanted to know. You thought you were telling them what they wanted to hear. You were smoothing things over. Maybe you did the little end around, and you felt good about yourself for not having to give them the truth, because you just put it off for another time. And what do you do when it catches up to you? Like Carol Turner says, lie to me, baby. Lie to me. Woo, lie to me. Tell me what I want to hear. Sometimes we want to be lied to. Sometimes I'm honest. Other times I'm not. That's real. That's a real statement right there. I think we got the honesty out of Beats, Technetic Beats there. Carol Turner says sometimes. Oh, so you want them to lie to you sometimes. Not all the time. I can vent. I love realness, but there are some ratchet people on here that confuse poor home training and ignorance with being real. Some people said, I agree. I prefer the truth. I like political events of today. Some people are mad about being and hate being. Wait, hold on. Let me read that again. I prefer the truth, like with political events today. Some people are mad about the hate being revealed on both sides. I'm not. And Beat says the truth is the truth. What about lying by omission? Some people think it's not lying in court. It's considered a lie, and I agree with that. What about lying by omission? Some people think it's not lying in court. A lie is a lie, whether it's in court or not. Whether it's with a lawyer, whether it's on the plane and the train with a fox in a box with green eggs and ham. A lie is a lie. Perfect people on here. There's no perfect people. But what is truth? You're getting biblical now. Pontius Pilate over there. What is truth? Truth is the reality, is what is. It is the things that you cannot hide. It is what is in front of you. It is what's unsubjectable. It is beyond subject. It is beyond sometimes comprehension. It is beyond the ability to handle. Truth is all encompassing. It's just no chaser. reality is perception. No, reality is not perception. But some people say that perception is greater than reality. Who decides what truth is? Is it just one's perception? One's perception is not always the truth. That's my statement. Wasn't directed at anyone in this chat. No, listen. We know, Tosh Tom. We know you're not like that. We know you're not coming at anybody, especially in my chat. You spread love, like I said. So we know this is just conversation. We all don't have to agree with each other right now, but at the same time, I encourage all of you to express yourself. I can perceive that one hates me when reality is that they do not. Exactly. But some people say the perception is greater than reality. Some people make perception their truth when it's not truth at all. Some people need to be lied to because you can tell right away that they are weak and they cannot take the truth. I disagree with that. I think people may need to have it spoon-fed to them or give it to them in small doses. Okay. I had to leave my job assignment because a crew member who straight lied, and that I could never trust someone who was willing to lie to people. What lie are they willing to say about me? Exactly, TCK. Exactly. If somebody's willing to lie to you about things that, are small or insignificant, then maybe they could lie to you about big stuff. But I think if a person is willing to come forthright and be free about it, and really atone for their lies, then do we judge them? You know what I mean? So if actions are hateful, but they say they do not hate you, which is the truth? So if the actions are hateful, but they say do not hate you, both are the truth. The actions are true, and what they say is true if it's true. Is the truth proven by action? Good question, just us. Well, the truth doesn't have to be proven by actions. The truth exists and is proven without anything, Yeah, both are true. If I don't really hate you, but I'm doing something hateful to you, then in my heart I don't hate you, but my actions are hateful. Maybe it's just something that was, done because of pressure. Do you want to know my ultimate philosophy? Yes, Beats, we want to know your ultimate philosophy. Please tell us. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, no, it's a good question. It's a good question, but like I said, I have answers. I don't have, the most in-depth answers, but I can do that. When I see someone lying like this, hold on, let me see it because the comments are disappearing. When I see someone lying like it's nothing, it really makes me think. Exactly, Iron Firehouse, and that's where I'm at with it. Yeah, well, like I said, Tosh Time, just us, she could get deep sometimes, Like I said, but, deep like I can get deep like the ocean too. So right now we're in the Atlantic Ocean. I'm so deep, The most important thing to every person is that the planet ultimately comes down to happiness. That's interesting. But then here's the problem with that, Beats. That means if people are not happy, then they gotta tell the truth. If you're not happy, you're not gonna do what you're supposed to do. Sometimes we have to do things when we're not happy. Sometimes we have to do things when we, pissed off and really going through it. And my light went out. Whose happiness? Yeah. It's important. Whose happiness? Oh. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Whose happiness indeed? Maybe the light is going out. But still, think about it. What is important? Let me see. Still. Well, there can be happiness or sadness and anger with vice and vice versa. But still think about it. What is important to us? And most likely important because your personal happiness. So objective is the fullness one desires, even if it is meant to be selfish and lying. Always put yourself first. Well, that's interesting. And it says having a life with meaning is more important than happiness, I think, because life is going to kick you down, and be strong. And you got to be strong. Yeah, you got to be strong. I definitely agree with that. As I go to get another candle. Oh boy. Yeah. Gotta be strong. Gotta be strong. Because if not, you put yourself out there. You know. I know folks can still hear me. I gotta get the candle. And I'm coming back. Somebody just gave more. Excuse me, I had to go from one candle to the next. I'm still here. I'm just in the dark, trying to work it out. But life with meaning is important, because life without meaning does not make you happy. That's an interesting take on it. As I get the other candle out, gotta move that one to the side. I'm still here. I see you folks in the chat. Who defines what is meaningful? Life. Life defines what is meaningful. Life defines what's meaningful. Life gives things meaning. You know, reality itself. If reality itself exists without anybody having to say that it's reality. And somebody gave me the equation that the meaning of life is life. You know, happiness of others is important because it makes you happy. That's interesting. You know, I can see where that is possible. You know, but what happens when it's not about other people's happiness? We define it right. Thus, we created our own reality and our own meaning for living. Within a reality, just us, I think we create what is seen to deem to be true. We create social norms. So, like, let's say it like this: reality exists on its own, but then within reality, we have things like man-made time. There's a universal time that exists, but within time, we create our own time zones, our own constructs, our own, semblance of reality. When the reality that we create doesn't have to, it exists, but reality itself can exist without the reality that we create, not vice versa. At least that's what I believe. There's one universal truth that exists, and that universal truth exists beyond our social norms, beyond what we accept, what we call reality, what we call life, what we find as meaningful. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. These are just my thoughts. Like I said, you could have other thoughts. I encourage, different things to be said. It would be yourself that determined what was meaningful to yourself. You can determine what is meaningful to yourself, of course. But the bigger question is, what is meaningful, in life? What is worth in this existence beyond ourself? Beyond the self has importance. The self sees things in a way that is significant. What's going on, Veronica Bates? Appreciate it. Thank you for coming through. Truth is clarity. Anything other than truth is distorted absence. Ooh, that's deep. Just of the full light, demons hide in darkness, ready to snatch your soul. Ooh, bars. I like that. A lot of truth in there. There's absence. It's almost like the Einstein thing. It said darkness is the absence of light. I'll give you an example. We have light here, and we have darkness. Within the darkness, you can't see what I'm doing. You don't know what's happening. Your soul could be snatched. But here's the funny thing. When you bring the light back, you have a chance to see things. At least you can see a little bit of what's going on, and move on from there. So, Hey, maybe you got a point there, TCK. Maybe you got a point there. You know, like I said, it's a deep conversation. I didn't expect it to go here, but I know just as was saying, I accept that no one truly knows everything. No one knows what is truly right or wrong. We seek truth constantly, but the truth is that we are told to be true. The greatest thing, hold on, the greatest thing in existence is nothing. Thank you, nice stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Veronica Bates. I don't know how long you've been watching, but thank you. So let me go back to the comment that just us. I accept that no one truly knows everything. No one knows what is true, truly right or wrong. We seek truth constantly, but is truth what we are told to be true? I'll say this. Truth is not what we are told to be truth. You know, I mean, because and I agree with you as well, just us. Nobody truly knows everything, especially since we're corrupted and imperfect. But here's the funny thing about truth. Truth doesn't need us to be true. What is universally true about the sun, about the earth, the planet, reality, existence? It exists without us. As created beings, we fight to understand, all of creation and what it means to be who we are in this existence. And we may never know the answer until, it's all said and done. However, this life is supposed to end or will end. Like I said, that's a deeper conversation than I think folks are ready to get into in a live stream, even right now. All matter is made up of mostly empty space. So when we are born, do we already know the truth before the thoughts and opinions of others are forced on us? Maybe we do. Maybe that's a conversation between folks and their creator. You're welcome. Your thoughts are very interesting and truly way. And everyone does not know everything and all learn everything. Exactly, Veronica Bates. I believe that we don't all know everything, but we're still learning. We're still searching. I don't think that this existence is about trying to know everything as well anyway. I think it's about understanding our purpose, where we fit in, making that connection that we need to make, with our soul, seeking truth with our creator, if you believe in such a thing. I think life is about seeking truth daily. But the question is, once you have that truth, will you act on it? Will you leave it be? Constantly seek your own truth. Well, I'm not constantly seeking my own truth, just us, but I give it to you like that. I want the truth. I want the unadulterated truth. I want the truth. I don't want the abridged version. I don't want, the Reader's Digest version. It's like exactly the reason your channel will continue to scare the truth, in my opinion. Well, thank you, Tosh Time. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I thank you all for watching. Let me see what the other person is saying. 420 Iron Firehouse. Exactly. No one knows everything. That's why talking to each other to get our brains thinking and learning. That's how we develop our beliefs. That's one thing. That's one thing you could say, and I definitely could feel that. It's said that it's a curse to know everything. Do you agree? Yes, I do agree. Yes, I do agree. Actually, it's biblical. It is biblical when you talk about that. There's something in Ecclesiastics that says, what is it? Be not righteous over much, neither be not wicked over much. Why destroy thyself before thy time and be overwise? And I'm paraphrasing that. But there's a such thing as being overwise. There's a such thing as knowing so much information that you can destroy yourself. There's a cartoon out there from Avatar. One of my favorite episodes in Avatar is when the kids go down to this library. And this library is being protected by like a dragon, bird, owl, hawk, or something like that. And this is a cartoon. So one of the kids with them goes into the library and realizes that all the knowledge of the world is contained in this library. And now when it's time for the avatar to leave, get out of there before they're trapped in there forever, one of the kids decides that, he wants to, stay in there and get all this information. It's not beliefs. Everyone should have an open mind about everyone else. I know what it says. It says a few places I have the full avatar. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you have the avatar, then you know the episode that I'm talking about. And I think that, basically being consumed by knowledge can cause you to lose your life. because you're so wise, people are afraid of you. People don't trust you. So what happened in that episode of Avatar is that the kid stayed down there, or the person stayed down there trying to learn all the knowledge of the world. But what happened was you got trapped in a library that you could never leave because you knew everything. So you could even be trapped in the knowledge and the wisdom and everything that you know. Sometimes you can't get out of your own head because you know too much. I love to tell you, yeah, it was an awesome series, Guts and Glories. I only know what God is as absolute truth, but know the truth is need to know God. I'm not seeking. If I'm not seeking God, hold on. If I'm not seeking God, I notice that I get lost in other made up truths or my own created truth. That's deep. That's deep. There's a lot of truth in that. He had a great library. Dude said he could spend an eternity there, and he died. Yes, he did. Living life to the fullest is a walking library. There's a lot of great thoughts in here. A lot of great thoughts in here. A lot of stuff that I agree with. A lot of stuff that I definitely agree with. Especially about seeking, God and different truths that we create. I can definitely agree with you, just us, on that. We do have certain things that are, given to us and, pressed upon us because of, things that we learn or were taught to us from our parents and stuff like that. And, different things from society, certain norms and certain things that they tell us that are supposedly supposed to be true. Nobody knows the truth. Nah, I won't say that. I won't say people don't know the truth. There are people that know the truth, but see, you have to remember something about truth. Truth is interesting because it can come to you in pieces. It can come to you in parts. The whole truth doesn't have to be revealed to you at once. You just have to know what you need to know for the moment that you need to know it. You don't need to know everything, Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate it. Like I said, we could just know right now that we're all here on this live stream. We don't need to know everything. Like I said, we don't need to know each other's addresses and social security numbers. I don't need to know what you have for breakfast. I don't need to know what you're wearing right now. I don't need to know how much money you got in your bank account. All that we need to know is that we're here right now at this particular moment. Now, if we had transactions or other business with each other, then of course you exchange more information. I read everything, including the Bible, but I don't conform to any religion. Well, here's the thing, Justice. Nobody's asking you to conform to anything right now. I'm new here, showing some love. Thanks, Mills. Appreciate that. They also touch upon that in the Doctor Who, in the Doctor Man, a man seeing at the beginning, that was seeing the universe at the end, and admitted he didn't even know everything. Everyone has their own truth. This is true. Everybody has their own truth. But how many people actually seek universal truth? See, my thing is not to have my own truth and be in a vacuum with it. I want to see life as it is. I want to see truth as it is. God just did it with his religion. It's interesting, right? Everyone has their own truth. Everyone has their own truth. But here's the thing. Everyone has their own truth, and so does the universe. See, that's the thing. We all have our own truths. Yeah, we do. We all have things that we like to believe. My truth is the best truth. Just playing. Funny beats. Hey, many people believe that. I think the problem comes in when people are willing to kill and die over their truths, not understanding, that they may not even have the whole story to begin with. You know what I mean? So my thing is like, how could you know? How do you see truth as it is? That's a good question, man. How do you see truth as it is? With an open heart, with an open mind. What about an honest mistake? Is that a lie? An honest mistake. Is it a lie? I say no. It can be wrong. An honest mistake can be wrong. Something that's just an accident, is a mistake, something that you didn't mean to happen. But usually an accident is something that you didn't mean to happen. A lie, is something that you meant to do. It's like I tell people, don't, apologize for something that you meant to do. People will say, I'm sorry, that was an accident, or I didn't mean to do it. Don't tell me you didn't mean to do it when you meant to do it. Don't say sorry about something that you knew that you were going to do. Some people are only sorry, about getting caught. The Bible is a short version of the Sumerian creation story. Some people would suggest that, an honest mistake can be a lie unless you lie about how it went down. This is true too. Iron Firehouse. This is true. I believe in the universal laws. I believe in being honest with each other, and I don't care if it involves something that could cause me harm. I still want the truth. Well, that's an important piece to adjust us, and that's why some people evade the truth and fight not to have the truth, because the truth can lead you to your death. That's true. Sorry, I typed the wrong things. It's good not to conform to religion, just us. God is down with religion. It's not down with religion. Um, just us. I even on my live stream, I want to say I go with that. I believe God is with religion, just not in the way that mankind is with religion. It's more of an apostolic journey. It's not about a denomination. And I think people make it more about denominations and stuff like that. It's more about the apostolic journey. It's about the transformation, who you need to become, at the ending of the journey, the taking of the Holy Spirit and stuff like that, which I'm not here to get into a religious conversation, but, that can get real deep. Like I said, I haven't had many religious conversations on here. It's like, I don't even know if folks is ready to go there with me. Going for the night, you have all the great, gonna keep an eye out for more lives. Thank you. Appreciate it, Veronica Bates. I appreciate you for coming through. My spur is very large right now. Why is your smile very large, Beast? Like I said, I don't know why I'm making you smile. I think that too. Okay, Mills, appreciate that. Well, like I said, I appreciate everybody that's leaving the live stream right now. Thank you for coming by. I'll be on for a few more minutes. Like I said, I'm just trying to have a thought-provoking conversation because this is great. I appreciate it. Who knows? Maybe it's the candle. Maybe it's the mysteriousness of the shades in the dark, which I wonder anytime, thank you, appreciate it. Which I'm still wondering why nobody's asked me why I'm sitting here with shades in the dark. But, who knows? Just listen. I appreciate that, Tosh Tom. I appreciate that. I'll be here for a few more minutes. I guess it depends on how long y'all want to talk about this. After I reach the hour mark, it's up to you how long you want to sit here and have this conversation. This game, I'm just going to try to come off. And thank you, Guts and Glory. I try to have some good streams. Some of my streams are good. some of them not. Is it a power outage? Yes, there was a power outage. But you still didn't ask why I'm sitting in the dark with shades. Well, truth can be scary too. Sometimes we are not ready for it, ready to hear it. Exactly. I see you too, Beats. Well, that's the biggest thing. We're not always ready for truth. Sometimes it has to come to us in pieces because it can be scary. I think we need to learn from certain lessons in life in order to move on. The sooner you learn the lessons, the quicker you move to the next thing. I agree. I thought it was for dramatic effect. Actually, Guts and Glory, it is. The shades are from dramatic effect. Yes. There you go. And it is dramatic. It is dramatic. Yeah, I always wear shades, but I don't always wear shades in the dark. It is nighttime, darkness has fell, and I appreciate people for the 14 likes. The eyes are easier to fool than the heart. That's deep, Beats. That's deep. That's deep. Yes, the eyes are easier to fool than the heart. See with your heart, hear with your ears. Yeah, Mills. I agree with you as well. I thought that's how you roll. It's the first time here. Yeah, I wear shades. I do wear shades. I don't always wear shades at night. But this is a stream for dramatic effect, how I'm doing this now. With the light, you see that? Ooh. People get into bar fights and get black eyes, so I don't ask questions. If I get into a bar fight, more than likely, I'm probably not going to lose. If I do and I get punched in the face, it's going to be an epic battle. Yeah, the stream's very thematic, yes. My streams are thematic. I try to make them thematic. I think you're probably one of the first people to mention that, which I appreciate that, That's deep, Beats. Yeah, that's deep. Beats is getting deep tonight. Just Us is getting beat, getting beat, getting deep too. Sorry about that. We're not in a competition right now. But yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, this conversation is just, I didn't expect it to get this deep. I thought it to be thematic, a little bit dramatic. And like I say again, you folks in the audience, y'all make this more than what it is. Y'all don't understand, man. Like I said, without you, it's a film, so I notice things like that. Thank you, Guts and Glory. I appreciate that. Maybe this is like a film. Maybe somebody's going to screenshot me in the dark and say Mel was getting deep. He was speaking about truth. How many people are speaking about truth? I just question everything. So what is your truth, Mel? My truth. My truth is to keep an open mind, you know. Why am I sitting in the dark? Oh, now you would. Thanks for laying the canvas for the combo. I appreciate that, Tosh Tom. Why am I sitting in the dark? I'm sitting in the dark. This is for dramatic effect. Yes. But I do have my lights out, so there was a power outage and things of that nature. So half of my apartment does not have power. The other half does. But this part does have power. And I said, why not throw a candle on, you know? My truth, you know, yes, interesting conversation it is. I am Firehouse. But my truth, yeah, why not sit in the dark? Light is so overrated. We need light. I don't want to be in too much darkness. You know, a lot of spooky things happen in the dark. You know, right now nothing spooky is going on. Unless you see me get snatched out of the picture, then you know something's going on. But maybe I'll even take off this hat. You know, I'll take off the hat. Most people didn't realize I was wearing a hat too. That was more for dramatic effect too. And I don't want to drop that candle. You know, but maybe I could throw on the hood. The hood make it more dramatic. Now I'm looking like I'm about to go carjack or something. But yeah, nah, Tosh, I'm just trying to make it happen. No, I'm not going to carjack, so your cars are safe. So don't worry about that. It's not going to happen. No, I sit in the dark all the time. I will always try to reduce my electric bill. Yes, you have a lot of thoughts constantly going through your head. This is why you gaze often. Yeah, I probably do gaze often. Yeah, I do have thoughts in my head. You know, I try not to expose them all. Like I said, if I put all my thoughts out there, then YouTube may be overrun with thoughts. I don't have a car, so you're good. Okay, well, if you got a motorcycle out there, I'm not going to jack your motorcycle, guts and glory. You know, or your tricycle. That's funny. I will leave the keys of yours. Nah, not necessarily, Mills. I don't really drive much anyway. I can't remember the last. No, I do remember the last time I drove. I was like 21, 22 or something. You know, I don't drive a lot, but I can if I wanted to. You know, that's the truth. But as far as my truth goes, my truth is just to find out what truth really is to see things as they are. That's my truth. See things as they are, not just as somebody tells me they are. You know, even if I'm lazy and I accept, you know, what people tell me to be true, you know, I fight to see the truth as it actually is. I agree. I saw the video in New York about forgetting something. God told me that you are ready to see more. Well, hey, maybe I'm ready to see more. You know, I've seen so much. You know, I appreciate that, TCK. Yeah, I'm ready to see so much. So, you know, but like I said, everybody can't handle the truth. I don't drive too dangerous going off my go-kart. Funny. I realize you don't sound crazy, TCK. I got some things that I could tell you. I got some crazy things that I could tell you. So do you want to know all? Or are you willing to carry the burden? No, I don't want to know all. I just want to know what I need to know for the time that I'm in. Just us. Knowledge can destroy you. That's why I'm trying to see the truth. Yeah, Mills. But a lot of people see the truth and kind of reject it and ignore it. See, here's the thing about what I do when I try to seek the truth. I want to see the truth, but I don't want to see the truth that just I'm you know, used to. I don't want to see something that's acceptable to me and it's kosher with me. And yeah, I want to be a realist. You know, I want to, if even, it's like what Justice was saying before, you know, even if it pisses me off, I want to know. I don't want to just, you know, get the truth and accept it to be true just because it jives with what I want. I just hate when people use God as an excuse to do crazy, unmoral stuff. Well, people do misuse and abuse people in the name of God. What's going on, H-Top Music? Thank you for coming through. You know, and that's not gonna change anytime soon. Some people can't handle truth, especially in their family. Exactly. I agree with you, Justice. I mean, if we're gonna talk about truth and family, man, listen, that's a whole other live stream right there. Believe me. Believe me. When it comes to family, listen, some of them might be watching right now. I gotta be careful. They might snatch me out the dark. You know? Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. You know, let me take off this hood. It's starting to get hot in here. Maybe it's this candle. I don't know. You can't handle anything. You can handle this live stream. That's what you're doing. The people that ignore truth, the people that ignore truth live longer. I disagree with that. But yeah, hey, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they do. Some people can live in lies. They can live in deception longer. You know, maybe that's what certain people do. You know, they live in deception. But to each his own, man. It's less stress. Yeah, I mean, some people might say that but I believe in karma. Karma comes back to you. So when you live in lies and deception, that stuff comes back to you. It doesn't just leave you just because you don't want to deal with it. But maybe it may be less stress for the moment. Life is here, a fraction of a section in eternity. That's another deep thought. Beats you trying to take over the live stream right now with all these deep thoughts. You and Just Us, you're coming out with so many deep thoughts, man. So many deep questions. I might have to go back and re-watch this live stream myself. So here we are at the point I've reached an hour in this live stream, And now that I've reached an hour, I ask the question to you. How much longer do you want to have this conversation? Where would you like to go with this conversation? Browndorf, cheers. What's going on to you? Are there any questions? I know you were, let me see. Sorry about that. Hey, stop. I knew you were going to ask me how it was in this model. Yeah. Okay, cool. We are Stardust. You can do 5 more hours. Can you do? I could do 5 more hours. I don't know if I'm gonna do 5 more hours, but like I said, that'll be for the watch time right there. But I can go a little bit longer. Truth is, you ain't going nowhere yet. That's funny. Yeah, not yet. I got a few moments, I guess. I got some time. I mean, if there's any questions, anything that people want to say, now's the time. Maybe folks want to, express themselves. Like I said, I'm here. You can see the light. I'm shining. We are glowing. Yes, we are glowing. It's all good. I can do 5 more hours, but I don't know if I'm gonna do 5 more hours. Yeah, truth. That's the truth. I'm right up here, so you're good. Okay, it's all good. I don't think I'm gonna do 5 more hours, but I think the longest live stream I've ever done was like an hour and 30 minutes or something like that. Do I believe in the supernatural? Yes, I do believe in the supernatural. Yes, I do. There are definitely supernatural forces out there, both the spiritually good and the spiritually wicked. I do believe in the supernatural. I don't talk about it as much because, maybe that's stuff that people don't want to hear. Like I said, people, say now you're telling ghosts and fairy stories, but hey, like I said, this earth is spinning. There's so many things, so many phenomena, stuff that you can't explain, how is your differentiation so strong? I don't get how you mean. How do you say that? I don't understand where you're coming from with the context of that question. You have to give how do you hear God? Yeah, well, that could be easy. Signs, visions, dreams, stuff like that. It comes. It definitely comes. It depends. How do you want to hear God? How will you allow Him to be present in your life? Did you grow up in church where they said, asked that everything was fake? No, I didn't. I didn't grow up in a church where everything was fake. Actually, I didn't grow up in the church at all, not traditionally anyway. I do believe in a lot of things where people will call me crazy. There's nothing wrong with people believing in different things. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Gons? The girl Denny, appreciate you for coming through. I mean, how can you put up with the BS so well without becoming upset or offended? It's easy, just don't take it personal. Everybody has their opinions, even if you're trying to make it personal. It's times when I take certain things personal. I don't really get too deep into, what I take personal. Why so dark? For dramatic effect. I don't go to churches. I had a negative experience in one. Sorry to hear that. Last time I went to church, I paid $20 for breakfast plate. I could have had a Denny's for $5. Yeah. That's what people that are robbing they say it was the devil. A lot of people put stuff on the devil, and the truth is people. You know what I'm saying? People blaming the devil. It's like the Flip Wilson effect. The devil made me do it. Like the devil ain't make you do nothing. You did it yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's people that blame stuff on the devil. It's like one of my favorite quotes. I think it's Shakespeare from the Merchants of Venice, when he says, "The fault lies not in our stars, but in ourselves." Yes, you did come to the right chat. You came to the right place at the right time. We're just talking about truth. And since you came to this chat, you and H Top, I want to know, do you think honesty is the best policy? Do you believe that the world is the devil's domain? I don't know if it's the devil's domain. I mean, he has a place in it, but I don't think it's the devil's domain. It's easy to blame the devil. Yes, it is, Guts and Glory. It is. I don't believe that the world is the devil's domain, especially when God is saying that the world is mine and everything in it. I don't. It's hard to argue that one. I get vision that 2 people died and they passed, and they said it was like the devil. It was the devil. I'm like 7 at the time. Well, you probably got a vision. That's probably what happened. You probably was just literally just getting a vision, and you got the vision, and the vision, was saying something to you. God speaks to us in visions as well. All these great questions. I wish I could jump in the panel with you. I wish you could too, TCK. But right now, the way I have my setup, I can't really do the panel. Flip Wilson, the devil made me do it. Yes, 805 Road King knows. But he was sent to hell. That's his home. Yeah. Well, it was a pit, But like I said, I'm not trying to get too religious. Satan does answer to God, but did he not cast him down to earth? Yeah, it says that in the Bible. Why not? Why not? Like I said, it is what it is. And Brother Grace will be with you. This is how it should be. Well, no, definitely, TCK. Like I said, as far the devil is concerned, they say one of the greatest things that the devil ever did was to convince the world that he doesn't exist. People have so much time spending about, whether or not God is real, that they forget to question whether the devil exists. The Waterboys mob, everything was the devil, the American one. Why so many people popping up now? We start talking about the devil, everybody's commenting. The devil is popular. That's funny. It's the devil. The devil made you come to this live stream. Let me stop. Let me stop. The devil did not make you come to this live stream. Maybe it was YouTube. I don't know. Real thing. Nothing like the real thing. I appreciate you. Please, no. I'm joking. The devil did not make anybody come to this live stream. But it's interesting that more people are popping in as we're starting to talk about the devil. Oh my God. Lord help us. Exactly. Yeah, the devil is out there. I believe that, we see somebody, do heinous, evil acts, it is something that's out there, it is something to be, understood. Oh, now you're smiling, bigger beats. Now I'm talking about the devil. I got 19 people. What's going on with you folks? I'm talking about the devil. Now I got 19 people in here. The devil has his power to cause of those of the thing he doesn't power to God. How is it? What's going on, Patch? I see you say it is described as the ruler of the earth in the Bible. Here, the earth is being tested. Oh my God. We talk about the devil and everybody came through. A person left. Maybe the devil just took you away. I don't know. Let me stop. But those things are definitely true. Which story is true? Did Lucifer get cast out of hell because he wanted to overthrow God, or did he refuse to say humans are more powerful? It's both. I just wanted to see what people say. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. The devil does not stand a chance against you. I agree. It depends on who you're rolling with. You're rolling with God, then I'm with you wholeheartedly. If you're rolling under your own power, then good luck with that. Like I said, there's always no way that the universe is caused by an explosion. There's a higher power for sure. Well, Einstein thought that, like I said. Some people say they got the Big Bang Theory, but I actually like the Big Bang Theory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at people for having the Big Bang Theory. Why not? It's interesting to hear. So y'all gonna say that God has nothing to do than play games with people's lives? What are y'all really saying? Exactly. Yeah, just us. That's something real. That's because Gus has God on his side. Well, I hope I'm on his side. It's like somebody asked me one time. Where are you going with it all? Who are you taking on your journey with you? Do you have God on your journey? Do you have God in your heart? Is God there with you? That's that question that's there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, hey, it is what it is. And then we had the man that refused to die. Patch, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. I want to know, Patch, since you're here, do you feel that honesty is the best policy? And Road King, if you're still here, do you feel that honesty is the best policy? Because that's the question I was asking. Not to get off of the devil and religious things. We can still talk about that. You want to ask questions. I'm up for any questions that you may have. And anybody else that may be lurking in the background, do you believe that honesty is the best policy? You know what I'm saying? So what's the next one? I'm missing comments. Sorry about that. I have a question. Why are all these nice churches in the hood? That's an interesting question. Maybe it's people are misusing the people. 50-50 real thing. Okay. Honesty, no matter how brutal it appears to be the only policy. Okay. Well, real thing and Patch, I would like to know why you think that. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that honesty is 50-50? Why do you feel that no matter how brutal it is the best policy? Because not everybody can handle the truth. Like I said, I like that scene from A Few Good Men. What I'm saying? He said, I want the truth. He said, you can't handle the truth. We're living in a holographic simulation. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. Maybe this is just all a reality. Maybe this is all a dream, Maybe it is. I've heard that before, Iron Firehouse. I've heard it before, too. Maybe this is just a figment of your imagination. Maybe this is a place beyond space, beyond time. The Twilight Zone. You want the truth, but can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? Man fell into sin because of temptation, but God paid for that action. Man has free will. God wishes people would love him and choose him. Satan wants to keep you from God. Not games, a battle. Too much honesty is bad if you ain't ready for the whole truth. Interesting. Jesus wasn't Christian, Muhammad wasn't Muslim, and Buddha wasn't a Buddhist. Organized brainwash. Interesting. Okay, honesty is the only real form of honor. Oh, okay. Honesty is the only real form of honor you can give a person you are speaking to, and I'd rather you be honest so I could deal with you with the situation and be done with them that lied to me. It is an illusion. The one thing I didn't know is that Bush. Ooh, I'm not reading that. And later have to keep dealing with it. That's interesting, Patch. That's interesting, and that's interesting as well. Real thing. The other comments too I addressed, but too I also wanted to know what folks thought about the whole thing with that. Honesty can melt minds. Yes, it can. But you have to be ready for it. And I agree with what Patch was saying as well. With honesty and whatnot. The brutalness of it. Just with the honor that comes with it too. There's a certain honor in telling the truth. Like I definitely believe that. As I got some hot wax on my hand. Woof. Glad you didn't see that. The Milky Way galaxy is currently colliding with the Armada galaxy. That's interesting. Maybe we could get a live stream of that and see what's going on up there. Yeah, I just got hot wax on my hand. That was fun. Yeah. We don't want to go there. yeah. We don't want to go with the hot wax. We're not gonna go to the hot wax. So the point of it. Yeah. Nah, definitely. Everything that y'all was saying in here is on point. I really didn't expect the conversation to get this deep, but like I said, it is what it is, Being too honest isn't the problem of the person giving the honesty. Sorry if it isn't the problem. The other person cannot handle the truth. The truth is the person speaking it, not being spoken. That's deep, Patch. That's deep. I definitely agree with that. But also too, you have to be careful because the truth can cause a person to self-destruct. If you tell everybody that they need to know about themselves, about their life, about a situation, it can overwhelm them. No one knows the whole truth. So help me God. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows the whole truth. But then, who wants the whole truth? Right, it's clicking over 100. It's got to be nice to have it there. Yeah, stay frosty, Gus and Glory. Stay frosty. Yeah, I don't know. Truth, it can be dangerous if you don't come at it the right way. If you don't give people it in certain doses, because you can find yourself overstepping your bounds, So I don't know. You gotta tread lightly with it. I guess as Tosh Tom was saying, then that's the issue though. Is my point. I'd rather have the knowledge that you were truthful to me than to worry if you were placated me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just want Chinese food. That's funny. Yeah, and it reminds me I haven't even eaten yet. I'm sitting here with y'all on the live stream. I haven't even eaten yet, but I will eat in just a few, you know. But yeah, nah, like I said, a lot of dope stuff has been said in this live stream, but not, you know, as my candle is getting dim, you know. And I'm on 15% power. If someone says I'm ugly, that's their own truth. My truth is that may not be the same, although painful. I may not reconsider taking it. Well, first off, TCK, you're not ugly. You're far from ugly. We're gonna leave that alone. No disrespect to your husband. You know, I'm truthful to friends, and now they aren't my friends. Sometimes it happens. You know, sometimes if you tell somebody the truth, then, you know, and they can't handle it, then maybe they're not for you. You know. Let me see, what do you say about the candle flame? Candle flame is fed by paraffin gas. Oh, okay. That's cool. It's cool to know. You know, but yeah, no, these are all interesting points that you bring up. You know, just about truth and accepting truth and what really truth is and stuff like that. You know, I don't know. This is a dope conversation. I didn't expect it to get this deep. I didn't expect it to go this long. And, you know, forgive me for the candle because, like I said, I think it's more wax in here now. Maybe let's see if I can light another candle. You know, but I outgrow people all the time. Well, no, you're not stupid, Beats. You know, well, sometimes you have to outgrow people. You know. Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen again. You know. Yeah. My husband would say he agrees with you, but he would tell you that I'm grassy. Anyway, you consider. Well, like I said, a beautiful person. I don't want to hear nobody talking about you're ugly. So, you know, I can't deal with that. You know, everybody's beautiful in their own way. You know, they have their own beauty. They have their own things that make them unique. And sodium is highly explosive, says Beats. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know the properties of sodium as my candle wicks are actually going out. Well, no, I'm not just being kind. I'm telling you the truth. You're a beautiful person, you know. I'm not just saying this because, you know, you're on my live stream. You're a very beautiful person, very beautiful soul, you know. You got a lot going on for you, you know. It's a good thing you're married, you know. Let's just leave it at that, you know. But yeah, I don't know, you know. I think to some people they allow truth to be subjective, you know, but truth exists, you know, without our own subjectiveness to it. It exists, you know, regardless of how we take it. It exists regardless of how we, you know, we feel about it. You know, truth is truth in its purest form. You know, truth is existence. It is reality. You know, it is all that encompasses life and what it really is, not what we transpose it to be. You know, and even truth exposes the lies of what we create. Yeah. And at this point, as my phone is going dead and I know my candle is just going dim, you know, I don't know if you can still see me, you know, but you can see my glasses in the background, you know. Yeah. So this is a dope conversation. It's definitely a dope conversation. I'm grateful to all of you folks for coming through. And the truth is, yeah, good night. You gotta say good night to you. The truth is, the only reason I will be keeping you on here now is just for the watch time because we had an awesome conversation, and I want to respect your time and what you have to do. The lily waves that control the dolphins and the remote controls. Without the lily, the dolphins had seizures and died. Okay, yeah. On that note, it's probably time to go. Good night, dear. Night to you. Have a wonderful. Exactly. I'm grateful to all of you for coming through. Thank you for having this awesome conversation. Yeah, I know, Carol. You know, that's Beats. You know, but thank you. I appreciate this conversation. Later, Patch. Again, you made this possible. Thank you. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. And I hear some more dramatic effect for you. It's just the light of your comments right there as it goes dark. Just letting it go. This is a cool conversation. Hopefully, folks have a great day.